Welcome back to More with Less, everyone. This is the inside the garage edition of Sharpening Knives. The garage is not the most beautiful place for me to be filming, and I was going to film it towards the other end of the garage, but it looks like a tornado hit in this garage, so we're not going to do that. I'm here because just as we were about to film, the neighbors fired up, one of my neighbors who has a paint booth for auto paint, fired up his vacuum system, and then right when we moved to another location, another neighbor decided it was a perfect time to mow the lawn, which probably is something I ought to think about doing later this afternoon. I want to talk about sharpening knives. I have heard people talk about their knives, like they'll say, yeah, what I do is I buy knives and then I use them until they're dull and then I buy new knives, and that's not unusual. And so I'm here to tell you it's a simple, quick way to always have really sharp knives in your kitchen, and it's not that difficult. I'm not a rocket scientist, nor am I a professional at sharpening knives. So if you are a professional at sharpening knives, yeah, don't hate on me. I just try to get them to where I can use them. So I do have Chicago cutlery. I do like my Chicago cutlery. I will say this, that I do have some knives that I bought for filleting that I don't sharpen. They were made of a really hard steel. Man, they do not want to sharpen. What you want is a good carbon steel that can be sharpened. It's not super hard to where it will not take an edge. These Chicago cutlery does take an edge. I'm going to wear this because when you sharpen a knife, you do make a little bit of metallic dust, and so I am going to put this on. I know that this is going to give some of you terrible flashbacks. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to use, this is a sharpener I got at Temu. And most of you are like, oh my gosh, he's going to cut his hand off with that. It has actually been a really good investment. I think I paid $45 for it. I might throw that up on the screen. It's still on my account, so I can probably bring that up. And I'm going to use 3 different bands, 3 different grits, 320, I think it's 320, 600 and 800. The higher the number, the smoother the grit. And then I'm going to put this on. This is for a final buff, and I use, this is like a wax that helps with your final buff, to get all your particles off and to have your knife as sharp and ready to go. So that's what we're going to do, and we're probably going to high speed some of this, but then we'll slow it down when I put on different bands or whatever. And I'll start by and so
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is I like to have the band can go away from me or can go towards me. I like to have it go away from me. Some people say away, some people say towards. So I like to have it go away from me. And I'm going to start with the 320. Switch directions. Set this one aside. I do not do serrated knives, so that one sits over there. And here we go. Okay, now I'm going to switch bands, And one thing I do before I do that is unplug it so that I don't accidentally get my fingers caught in and have a problem. All right, it's in the grooves, everything's good. All right, this is 600. And now I'm going to switch to my final one, which is 800. All right, for our final round here. Okay, let's see how we did. It's making a nice cut. Let me grab one here. May not be as sharp as I want. Oh, it should. Yeah, that one's not quite there. Oh, that one's getting there. Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah, it's making a nice slice. What you want is for it to be able to cut through paper as as it just straight up, which these aren't quite there yet. I'm gonna hone on a little bit. Oh, that one looked good. That one looks pretty good. See how this one's, yeah, pretty good. All right, I'm gonna do one more time through with this the very finest grit that I have. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, it looks good. Let's try this. Yeah, that's gonna be all right. I think I'm gonna let these be. Yeah, that's good. One more here. I'll do this one a little bit more. Let's check it out. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so all of these are sharp now. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And I need to have it come towards me. Put a little bit of wax on it. Oh, they'll knock your eye out. Let's try that again. So if you're a professional knife sharpener, I probably did everything wrong. But for me, it comes down to being able to cut my vegetables and have a nice sharp knife. So that is knife sharpening. It's not rocket science. I think it probably took me 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And now my knives will be good to go for at least a month or so. And I don't have to worry about buying new knives or doing anything crazy. And, you know, let's check this one, see how sharp it is. Just kidding. Thank you for joining me with More with Less for the knife sharpening edition